Hi guys, welcome to Code Artisan Lab. This is video number 13 for cleaning my system in Django, PostgresQL and Bootstrap. This is deployment video. So in this video, we will talk about that how we can deploy the Django project on VPS server on the Ubuntu operating system with Nginx and Gunicorn, right? So I have deployed this project and I will show you that how we can do these things step by step, right? Let's first of all let me run this project on server, right? So I have purchased a VPS hosting and the hosting providers give me an IP and then I run the project on the IP, right? So let's see. Okay, so you can see here the project is running and I have added a patient, I have added a collection, right? So everything is working, correct? Now let's talk about that how we can deploy this, and we have deployed this via Git because I have pushed everything to Git, then on the server I pulled from the Git and then deploy the project. Okay, so let's talk about the deployment process. Okay, so let's talk about the process, right? So here I have defined 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 steps, and in these 7 steps we will deploy our project, right? So first of all, what we need to do, we need to log into our server. For the server login, we can simply type SSH and then our IP, right? You can also say root and your IP address, then it will ask for a password and you can add the password, and then you will log into the server, right? So after login, what we need to do after login, so here we need to run these two commands because this is a Linux operating system. I'm deploying on the Linux. So here I have a two commands, sudo update, so it will update the packages, and then the second one is we will install the required things, Nginx, curl, postgresql. These are the required things that we need to install, right? So this is our second thing in the first step. So after this installation, right, we need to create a database for the PostgreSQL because we have installed PostgreSQL, so we can create that, right? And I will also add this file, or you can say add this instruction in the description, so you can check that, right? So we need to run these 4 commands. First of all, we will run the we will go to the PostgreSQL mode, right? So when we run this, you will go to like this, right? And here you can run the commands. Okay, first of all we will create the database, then we will create the username with password, and then we provide the all privileges to this database, to this user to database, right? So this is our second step, correct? So after this second step, our third step is to create the virtual environment. Okay, so here you can see that we have also installed the Python 3 venv. So this is our virtual environment package. With this package we can create virtual environment, right? So because we are running Python 3, so this is Python 3 -m and then venv. This is the shortcut command for creating, and this is the name of the virtual environment. And then after that we need to activate this virtual environment. This is the name, all right, correct? So let me show you. So you can quit this one, so deactivate, right? So what is this? Source env bin activate, right? So you can see here this is our virtual environment running. Okay, so now let's move to the third step. We will configure our project. We will clone and configure our project, right? All right, so now we need to clone the project. So let me show you the project. I have updated the project on GitHub, so if you need the source code, then I have defined that. Just support me little amount with the amount, then I will give you the access of the source code, right? So this is public repository. Let's go to repositories, right? And when we go to clinic management system, here you can see that I have all the files, correct? So from here we will copy this, and then you can clone the project. So git clone, right? So git clone, and if you have not installed the git, then you can install with the sudo apt install git, right? So this will install the git system, so you can run the git commands, correct? So git clone this project, right? And after this project we will go to the project directory, right? And after the project directory you can run the requirements with this command, right? Pip install -r requirements.txt file, right? After running this command, everything will be installed in your virtual environment, right? In your virtual environment, I've discussed so many times that why we need the virtual environment. This is a basic thing that we need to isolate our project so that any version or anything will never conflict, right? So after installing the requirements, we need to do some settings in our project, right? So you can do before the deploying project, or if you have done on that, then I will go to cd main, right? And then sudo vim is the default editor, sudo vim settings main settings.py file, and from here you can define the process whatever you need to do. What we need to do here, we need to define the allowed host, right? And the third one is we need to define the database system, right? So this is the database and you need to define this, correct? All right, so and you can out from the win this one :q and exclamation sign, and you will out, right? So allowed host, root setting, and then we can run the migration, collect static, right? And then we can try to run the project on this command on this port, right? So if I run this python manage.py run server, right? And then this one, then it will run the server on this actually this 00 means this your IP address and then host, correct? This one. So it is running, and this is our main domain, so it is also running because we are running this on our manually. So this is manual. This is good for the development but not for production, correct? All right, so we have also done this step. Now we need to run our project with a Gunicorn, right? Gunicorn is a server that automatically runs our project on this port, right? Because when you run the project on development, you have to run the server. Now we will run the server via Gunicorn, so it will automatically run the project, right? So we will install the Gunicorn with this command pip install Gunicorn, right? So pip install Gunicorn, and we just need to test that it can run our project or not. So when you run this, it will definitely run the project, right? And you can check that, right? So this is our main web gateway interface, so this will run the file, okay? So after that we need to set the socket file. So when you run this command, after running this command, you will go to this kind of socket. So we need to define here, this is Gunicorn setting, we need to define the socket, we need to define the install unit. So right, so after defining this, you need to define the service file, right? You need to define the service file. So in the service file we will set our path of the project, right? We need to set our we need to set the Gunicorn socket, and on that socket what we need to run, so it will we will do this here, right? And these are the commands, right? If you change anything, then you will run this. For start the Gunicorn, start, enable, status, restart Gunicorn, right? So this is Gunicorn things that we need to do, and I will share this file with you, okay? So you can follow the steps, follow the things step by step, right? After that, you need to configure the once we're done with the Gunicorn, then we need to configure our Nginx. Nginx is our HTTP server like Apache, right? So we need to define our website in the Gunicorn. So when we copy this one, and when we run this, then here you can see we need to define the port, server, and a fav icon if you have any, then a static folder, right? And this is a proxy. This is a proxy. Nginx works reverse proxy, so whenever it will go to the home page, then it will run the Gunicorn socket, and in the socket we have defined everything that where we want to run on which port, right? So it automatically binds the Gunicorn with Nginx, and it will run the project, correct? And if you need more information in depth, then you can visit their official documentation, Nginx and Gunicorn. They will guide you, right? We are focused here to deploy the project, and in future maybe if we create any video for the Nginx, then I will definitely we will go through all these small things, right? Not small, but all we will go through in brief, right? Okay, so after that we need to link this. We need to create a symbolic link, so we will run this command, right? So when we run this command, I'm sure this will not, it will fail because we already run. And then you can test the Nginx that it is working. So it is saying configure is okay, test is successful. And if we say status, right, so you can check the status. You can check the any status of any module with the name like Nginx. If I say Gunicorn, if I say here status Gunicorn, then it will show you the green check mark, green active. And if I say PostgresQL, then it will also show the PostgresQL that it is running, right? So this is the whole process, and with this whole process we have with this I have followed these process, or you can say I have created these steps. With these steps I have deployed the project, right? And there are also so many tutorials on the web, so you can check that also if you not understand anything. But I have followed these steps. With these steps I have deployed the project, right? So this is working project I have shown you, right? So in our next video we will work on the email and SMS testing, right? So we will see that how we can send SMS and email, and it should be Django cron tab. And we have tried in our which video, let's see, this one, email setting, set email notification with the cron tab. I have in the local window operating system, so it was not running cron. So now we have deployed on the Linux, so it should run, and we will check that how it is sending, right? So next video will be maybe our last video, right? Or maybe second last. So we will test our SMS and email notification, correct? So I hope you understand all these things, and if you have any query, any doubt, then please add in the comment section, correct? So thank you so much for watching the video. Please share and subscribe this channel, right? And like this video, comment on your thoughts for this video, and you can also add anything in the community section. So you are free to add your thoughts and any comment about the video, about the channel, anything, right? So I also need your suggestion that how we can improve the channel, how we can improve the videos. I'm trying my best, but I also need your channel, I also need your comments, right? So thank you so much, and let's meet in the next video. Thank you.